This is Jeff in the Zone, bringing you guys the Toronto Blue Jays at the Kansas City Royals. If you want to hear enthusiastic, informative, and accurate recap on the game, follow me on YouTube and Twitter on today's game, guys. So the Toronto Blue Jays, they fall 7-5, unfortunately. Came back too late. You had the guys that you wanted to at the plate, but they just couldn't win, guys. They just fell short. The Royals, got the offense, and they killed us from there. So let's get into the scoring leaders, guys. Now let's see. So you had Anthony Kay against Jacob Yenis on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. Obviously, Yenis got the first win. Anthony Kay's 0-1, and Barlow got the save. So started it off was the bottom of the first. Andrew Benintendi, former Boston Red Sox, doubles on a line drive ball left field. Lourdes Gurriel and Whit Merrifield scores, and it's 1-0, guys. Bottom of the third, Nicky Lopez triples on a fly ball to left field. Lourdes Gurriel, man, can't do anything with it. Hanser Alberto scores with Nicky Lopez. And then Whit Merrifield reaches on a fielding error by the third baseman, Kevin Biggio. Nicky Lopez scores, guys. Not looking good for the Blue Jays, but it's already 3-0. Now we're going into the bottom of the fourth. Hunter Dozier doubles on a line drive ball to left field. Lourdes Gurriel and Jorge Soler scores. Crap. Then Hanser Alberto doubles on a line drive ball to left field to Lourdes Gurriel, and Hunter Dozier scored. The former Baltimore Oriole. Man, Kansas City did some good moves in the offseason. Whit Merrifield reaches on a fielding error by the third baseman, Kevin Biggio. Hanser Alberto scores. Nicky Lopez scores, and Whit Merrifield to second. Wow, and it's 7-0. And you guys won't believe, that was only the bottom of the fourth. The top of the sixth, the Blue Jays got some offense going. Joe Panik, he was on the team last year, doubles on a sharp line drive ball to right field. And Bo Bichette scores, and Vladdy at 7-2. Alright. Then Rowdy Tellez singles on a line drive ball to right field to Hunter Dozier. And Joe Panik scores, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to third with the blue hair. Wow. I tell you guys. So then, Josh Polanco he was out on a sac fly to center field. But guess who scores? Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and it's 7-4. Top of the seventh, guys. The Blue Jays got a shot. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homers on a fly ball center field. It's gone. Wow. Then the top of the ninth. Jared Dyson remains in as the game as the DH. Defensive substitution. Kyle Isbell replaces right fielder Hunter Dozier, batting seventh, playing right field. Josh Polanco flies out, and it's 1 out, guys. Offensive substitution. Pinch hitter Alejandro Kirk replaces Danny Jansen, and he singles the center field to Michael A. Taylor, the former Washington National. Wow. Then Marcus Semien singles, bats at top of the order on a line drive ball to left field. Andrew Benintendi and runs on first and second. You got a shot here. You got a mound visit by the Kansas City Royals because they gotta, shake it, man. They gotta shake it. Bo Bichette pops out to the catcher, Salvador Perez, and that's 2 out. No, Bowie. Bo Bichette, guys. It sucks. Obviously, this was on Jackie Robinson, as y'all know, 42 right in the middle. But, man, he slammed his back. I could tell how frustrated he was. It's tough, man. He was trying to, do it. Then, mound visit. Obviously, guess who you want? You want Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate. There's 2 outs. And I won't believe it, guys. The pitches that they called, the count was bad. It was 1-2 in the favor. And guess what happened? Bad call. The second strike was not a ball. It was outside, guys. I couldn't believe it. I was pissed off from when I seen that. Then it went to 2-2, ball in the dirt. Then he got a foul. And then after that, he strikes out swinging to the catcher to first baseman. And that's game, guys. Royals win 7-5. And the Blue Jays come in to Kauffman Stadium and they lose. It's tough. This game was on April 15th, Thursday, 2021, and they lost. Tough, man. I mean, you come back way too late. You can't give up so many runs. The offense, I know we have Sean Depth in the, hitters, but the only problem is the pitching, man. The pitching blew it today for us, and it came out from the gate. Honestly, I'll go through, the box scores. So, obviously for Toronto Blue Jays, yeah, Marcus Semien, Bo Bichette, Guerrero, Grichuk, Biggio, he got pulled out. Panik, Gurriel Jr., Tellez, Polanco, Danny Jansen, and Kirk. Because he made too many errors, man, on the third base. And I even said at the start of the year, am I sure that he's the third baseman going in? No, he's a second baseman, guys. So they might have to move Simeon to third, or they put Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at third. But I don't know at this point. I know it's early. I'm kind of harshing on the team, but you got how many more games to go? Yeah, you would have loved to win and start off the series. You got 3 more against the same Kansas City Royals team, so now you know how they play. And with that lineup, I mean, I liked it. Simeon, Bichette, Guerrero, Grichuk, Biggio, Panik, Gurriel, Teles, Polanco, Danny Jansen, and pinch hitter. Obviously, Kirk and Panik played outfield and got 2 at-bats. And the Blue Jays today, they had 35 at-bats, 5 runs, 10 hits. Wow, 10 RBIs. I wish they had 10 RBIs. They only had 5 RBIs. They needed 10 RBIs. 3 base on balls, 8 strikeouts, and 17 left on base. They're leaving way too many men. I'm watching the Jays this year, and they got to stop that. That's one thing I'm noticing with this team. Leaving too many men on base are going to lose you games. Especially when you're trailing by a lot. You need those runners to get into home. Those runners are must. They are must, guys. So that's my thoughts on the offensive field. And then the pitching today, Anthony Kay, 3.1 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, 0 base on balls. So that's a positive. He didn't walk anybody. 3 strikeouts. There's another positive with 0 home runs with a 10.80 ERA. And then they brought in Tanner Roark with 2.2 innings. I was a little bit unsure about this because obviously Roark's a starter, so he's coming to the relief role, it looks like. He obviously gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 0 base on balls, 0 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 0 home runs with a 7.94 ERA. So, I mean, looking at that, I know he did obviously walk 1 batter in that, but still, I think with that ERA, it's showing that it went down because it started at 15, so it jumped a bit. So good for you, Tanner Roark. So there's a positive. And Payamps, he went 2 innings straight, 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs, 0 base on balls, 0 strikeouts, 0 home runs with a 0.0 ERA. So the pitching wasn't that bad. It was more with the starter, obviously Anthony Kay. We all know we got that trade from last year. He was on the team, so that deal was the, Marcus Stroman. So with the 2 prospects we got from the Mets there, I mean, Kay looked good. And he's a left-hander. And this is funny, guys. The Blue Jays are going to send 4 lefties in this series. Obviously, 3 now left of this game. But coming into it was 4, and I can't believe that. It's never happened franchise record, so I'm going to see how it works. 8 innings pitched for the pitchers, 9 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 base on ball, 5 strikeouts, and 0 home runs. So, honestly, Kay, what do you expect? Haven't seen him really out there this year. Obviously, he made the roster, so you got to use him. You got to use these guys. And it doesn't look good for the Blue Jays, guys. More injuries are killing them. But before I go to the injuries, I mean, you don't have George Springer. You don't have Teoscar. So those are 2 pieces right there you need. And 7-5, that's a high-scoring game, but they did give a comeback almost, but I got to applaud how close they came. They were this close, man. Runners on first and second. Just need that swing of the bat. I mean, Toronto did have 10 hits, so they did out-hit KC. Kansas City Royals went 9. 2 errors, though. 0 errors for Kansas City. So, looking at the Kansas City Royals batting, they have Whit Merrifield, Andrew Benintendi, Salvador Perez, Carlos Santana, George Solar, and they had Dyson came in as a pinch runner, Michael A. Taylor, Dozier, Isbal, Alberto, and Nicky Lopez. And looking at their at-bats, they had 33 at-bats, 7 runs, 9 hits, 4 RBIs, guys. Wow. 1 base on ball, 5 strikeouts, and 8 left on base. So, I mean, when you look at that, that's not bad. But still, gotta settle him down. You gotta settle him down. You can't give him, like lollipops. I'm not saying that they did that today, but I'm saying that they put themselves in a deep hole, and it's hard to come back because the guys were struggling from the whole beginning of the game, and it didn't look good. So from the Kansas City Royals pitching, Yunius, he looked good. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 base on ball, 6 strikeouts, and 0 home runs with 1.50 ERA. He's a starter. And then Newberry, 0.1, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 base on ball, 1 strikeout, 0 home runs with a 22.50 ERA. So they got to them. They got to the bullpen. Zimmer, 1.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, and 1 home run with a 1.04 to obviously off Vladdy. And then Barlow, obviously he came in 2 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs, 0 base on balls, 1 strikeout, and 0 home runs with a 3.24 ERA. I mean, you lost. It sucks. What can you do? My recap of the game, I mean, they can't leave many guys on base. Come back. It's really hard to trail in baseball. You got to start off with a good lead, and hopefully your pitcher's got your back. So, going into the injury report for the Toronto Blue Jays, obviously Jordan Romano just hit the 10-day IL. Ross Stripling also was placed on the 10-day injury with a mild flexor strain. Thursday, Rob Legacy on the Toronto Sun reports, so that sucks. Julian Merriweather's still hurt. David Phelps is now day-to-day. Tyler Chatwood, he's on the 10-day IL. Thomas Hatch, he's on the 10-day IL. George Springer on the 10-day. Obviously, Hernandez is straight up. Nate Pearson, he's still up. Kirby Yates, he's done for the year. Elbow to the 60-day last Sunday. So that was on April 4th. Brian Baker, he's day-to-day. Patrick Murphy's on the 60-day. And Eric Piardo is day-to-day. So, looking at the Blue Jays, I mean, tough one. You can't win them all. I know you got how many more in the standings to go, but it would have been nice to start off a series with a win. So tomorrow, guys, the Toronto Blue Jays will be playing another game, and it'll be at 8:10, so same time as today. Steven Matz looking to get his third win as a Blue Jay, 2-0, 1.46 ERA, 13 Ks against Mike Minor. Obviously, y'all remember Mike Minor in his days. So it's difficult to oversize Matz. The value Blue Jays have given him. He's pitched well in the rotation with injuries. The lefty has gone at 6 innings. And he's looking aggressive with 13 strikeouts, 12 and 1/3 inning. And Mike Minor, he's 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA, 9 Ks. Mike Minor, 1-0, looking to pitch deeper into his net starter after he went 4 innings in his last outing when he allowed 1 earned run, struck out 3, and walked 3 against the Chicago White Sox in 2 start in the last. Southpaw has a 1.30 ERA whip. So, I mean, looking at that, guys, Blue Jays can beat that. I think with that loss tonight, it's going to piss off the kids, piss off some of the veterans, but they got to win, guys. This young Blue Jays team is still there. Obviously, you know, they drop on the season. They're no longer 500, guys. They're 6-7. The Kansas City Royals are 7-4. So, just got to fix, you know, maybe the third base position. And, yeah, Biggio, try not to make those errors. I know he did have some issues. And then Charlie Montoya pulled him out right after he made those errors. So, I mean, tough one, guys. I hope you can win that game. Excuse me, guys. And that would be a nice win. To get the Kansas City Royals back, because obviously y'all know what happened. We've had rivalries. This is an old rivalry. We remember in the days, I remember in the playoffs, but this team is way different than now, obviously the pitching and the players. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to do my closing. Make sure y'all subscribe, smash the like button, and hit the bell for future videos. Go Toronto Blue Jays, as they'll be taking on the Kansas City Royals tomorrow. I'll get that video up right after the game is over. Go Toronto Raptors, as I will be streaming another game as they try to get in the win column. I mean, it's their second. They're trying to ride a win, guys. 1-game winning streak for the Toronto Raptors, and they're taking on the Orlando Magic, so don't know what to expect in that game. Go Vancouver Canucks, as we now say that the Vancouver Canucks might not be playing till April, I'm saying this, 19th. 2 of their games got postponed for this weekend. It sucks due to the virus. And go Denver Broncos. I'm going to head out, and I'll see you in my next video, and have a good night, everybody. Peace! Jeff in the Zone signing out.